Morgan Riddle interview. How Tenniscore fashion took over Wimbledon and the world. The Athletic has live coverage of the 2025 Wimbledon Championships. The All England Club, London. Morgan Riddle used to sit on Wimbledon's Henman Hill, sipping Pimm's and watching tennis on the big screens in peace. Now she can't take a step at the All England Club without being recognized. I wasn't on social media, so nobody knew who I was, Riddle says during an interview at Wimbledon, sitting in a hideout spot in the media center she uses for downtime. She is more often in a box seat on a show court these days. Tuesday, she sat on number 1 court to watch Taylor Fritz, the American world number 5, reach his first Wimbledon semi-final with a 4-set win over Russia's Karen Khachanov. Fritz is her boyfriend. Riddle, 27, is a tennis phenomenon all of her own. Fritz, also 27, was 2 points from defeat in his first-round match. Had he lost, Riddle wouldn't have left with him. In the past 3 years, she has become one of the avatars of the sport's cultural takeover. I'm not talking about players or scores or who hits their forehand the best, says the influencer from Minneapolis, Minnesota, who has a combined follower count of over 1 million on TikTok and Instagram. Instead, her insights into tournament life and the evolution of the relationship between tennis and fashion have become a vital gateway into the sport that tennis at large needs more than ever. If Tenniscore reached a zenith with Challengers, the 2024 film starring Zendaya that is not really a tennis movie but says plenty about the sport, then Riddle was ahead of the curve. While at Wimbledon, she films a series for the All England Club's YouTube and social media channels called Threads, which is all about fashion, which now means being all about Tenniscore. The fashion trend, which draws from the aesthetic of tennis, sees premium streetwear brands like Kith collaborate with Wilson to refurbish courts, albeit with a big logo as a tag. Kit manufacturer Asics released a collection with French label APC. Men's world number 1 Jannik Sinner is a Gucci ambassador. Olympic champion Zheng Qinwen is the face of Dior. Fashion podcasts like Throwing Fits are talking about the sport more than ever. Tennis place in wider culture continues to reach new heights, and Riddle is among those on center court as the rally continues. Tennis fashion encapsulates this certain preppy vibe. You think of pleated skirts, collars, and that sort of thing. But then I like going to all the different tournaments. The way that I dress for Wimbledon is very different from the way I'll dress for a tournament in Tokyo or Stockholm, she says. In 2023, Riddle launched her own tennis jewelry collection with Lottie NYC, before she and Fritz, who met on the members-only dating and networking app Raya in 2020, appeared on Breakpoint, the ill-fated Netflix documentary series about tennis. But it was 2022 when her journey toward tennis fame began. She posted a Get Ready With Me TikTok from the Australian Open, which went viral. She has since documented her life on tour, which follows Fritz's tennis calendar, but is not beholden to it, through the medium of fashion. For the first 2 years of their relationship, she did not know she would be joining him. I needed to find something that allows us to sort of live parallel alongside each other, not just coming along on his line. It wanted to be 2 lines going together, she says. That has not been without its challenges. A day at Wimbledon often means dinner at 1 a.m. and waking up 7 hours later, and all the while, Riddle contends with preconceptions about being the partner of a sports star, especially one on an upward trajectory. Fritz has climbed from the top 30 to the top 5 during their relationship, and as Riddle's own renown has grown, she has met with outdated implications. Sometimes people refer to me as Tennis Barbie, she says. They mean to be offensive, but then we fed into it and did a whole outfit inspired by Barbie. You're gonna call me that, so I'm gonna embrace it. I feel the same way about the word WAG too, she says. WAG is short for wives and girlfriends. It was popularized by British tabloid press when referring to the partners of soccer players in the early 2000s, but has since permeated into American sports, including the NBA and NFL. When I first started dating Taylor, I accepted I would be called that term either way. Instead of trying to push the term or change it, I accept and embrace it and then try to switch the connotations behind it so we don't have to think of it as something negative, she says.